Spruce up your outfit for the day with a bag that is not only stylish but very environmental friendly. Pia Bonalos joins us from Pasig to show us these creations. Hi, Pia.
Hi Claire, I am here at Morph by Mercedes Espina, where being fashionable means also being friendly to Mother Earth. With me as designer herself, Mercedes Espina, who we could also call Chuck. Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Pia.
Can you tell me first about your collection? Because everything is very unique and you tell me that these are upcycled.
Yes.
So how much of them are upcycled?
Depending on the design, but it ranges from 60% to 75% of it could be recycled.
All right. So how do you go about it? Like, what sorts of materials could you use in making your bags?
Okay, so a lot of the bags that I use, well, I'm obsessed with polos. So a lot of them are button-down shirts, but of course, anything that's a remnant fabric in general is what I use. So your old dresses, pants, or even I tear off stuff from the couches also.
What made you think about this kind of materials to use for your bags? What started it all?
Well, it goes way back when I was still a kid, but let's not go tread that plane. That's going to be a long story.
For some other time.
Yeah. But, basically, it's out of resourcefulness and being an environmentalist. And of course, I am a nonconformist. Well, not naman siguro in every aspect, but I prefer to be an individualistic person. So I want something that's not the same as anyone else in the world, but also at the same time being an environmentalist. I want to be green. That's why I started with a line that, of course, is made out of the upcycled materials, which is your old button-down shirts and everything, because I want people to get into the idea of, well, not even the idea, the habit of being a green living person. And for a lot of people out there who don't know where to start, where to begin, how to be green, how to stand out from this crowd, you know. So I came up with that idea because I want people to be, learn how to be more green by just being a part of the upcycling process. Maybe bringing your old clothes. Let me know what you want to do with that. I'll take care of it. Oh, mostly bags. But then we also go into accessories as well. And I want to teach them, educate them, not even just with the bags, but also how to live in an environmentalist lifestyle as well. So when they come to me, I give them tips and advices also at the same time.
Oh, cool.
In fact, I give them a discount if they bring in their old clothes. Although I have set, but I prefer it if it's from the client themselves. So they really are a part of the whole process.
But people might be concerned about durability because if you give in like something that's old already, how do I know that, my bag could still last long? Because look at these designs. They're so pretty and you would want to have them for a long time.
Yes. Okay. Well, of course, it's a mix of the old material and the new material. So the new material stays as is. I mean, it can overpower the old material. Plus, I put a hardener to the the old material, the recycled material, so your polo or whatever. I put something that makes it last a little bit longer underneath.
Okay.
I don't know if a lot of people, like if you know what a Steiner board is, or I don't use cardboard because that will easily fade once you wash it. So everything is washable.
Oh.
Because, so everything that I use inside is what we use for shoes. So it really lasts longer. So when you wash it, it doesn't crumble. Yeah, it just becomes a little bit softer, becomes hard right afterwards as well.
But how could you wash them? Like, what are your tips for us to maintain the quality of these bags? Yeah.
If you have a toothbrush, especially for the evening bags,
Yes.
you just brush it in a circular motion wherever the stain is. Yeah.
All right, so now you know how to keep them in pristine condition. But aside from that, you did mention, of course, we could bring in our own stuff for you to make bags out of. How long does the process take?
Okay, usually when it's a bag that I already have made in exact specs of the bag, I give them about a week. But if it is a new pattern, I have to make new specs, so it means I have to make a new pattern. So I give them about 10 days for that one, 10 to 12 days.
Well,
just to make sure that there's leeway, and they don't expect it, no delays, because as much as possible, I don't want any delay.
Yes, and of course you would expect them to be like good quality
Because the faster you make the bag, then the easier it falls apart.
True. And you did mention that you have what you call vegetarian bags.
Yeah.
This is something I heard for the first time. What are vegetarian bags?
They're vegan or vegetarian. It's for people who don't want to use leather. I have my other line, which is under my name, Mercedes Espina. Everything I use is not, well, everything I use doesn't have leather. It's made out of either canvas or upholstery. Same, well, not exact same, but almost as good as the quality of leather. It will really last. And it's just as thick and can make the form of leather. But I don't use leather.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys are clean. Your conscience are cleared when you buy into that one as well.
Because a lot of people, of course, if you're getting into that lifestyle of being vegan and vegetarian, you want everything really to fall into that kind of lifestyle. And now you know that fashion could also take a part in that. But this one, this is such a nice bag. Can you tell me about this when you were talking about customizing?
Yes, because I started out customization, so I'm really heavy on that. This one is by Chef Red. He asked me to make his old chef jacket into a bag. These are actually 2 chef jackets, and this is more 80% recycled material because he gave me 2 big, so I was able to use all of it. He asked me to make a laptop bag / messenger bag, something that you should carry everything into. So it was white. His chef jacket was white, and he couldn't find his black chef jacket, so I had to dye it into whatever color he wanted it into. So
this is how it
still has his name on it.
Yes,
and
exactly.
So if that's what you want. If you have old uniforms at home that you want to turn into something, I can design specifically also.
Okay. So this one is for like the customized bags, but for your collection right now, you did mention your evening bags right here, and then these, we have the pouches. Are any 2 bags alike?
No. I do not repeat the same design per style. So if you do see the same material, say this pink one over here, it's because it's from that pink one over there.
Oh, okay.
But I don't make the exact same style of that bag, of that material rather.
Yeah, can you put it here? Can you, you'd notice even the way like the shade of pink is somehow different, and then you wouldn't even think that it's like from the same material, just looking at it. So there's a whole lot of things that they could do. Any tips for those who want to stand out and still want to think of the environment in the process of being fashionable?
Well, I would suggest that you buy a morph line. Of course, my advocacy really is to be an individualistic person. You have to stand out of the box. Don't fall into the fad. But then teach his own, you know. You have your own prerogatives in life. But if you want to be that kind of person who steps out and wants to be an environmentalist at the same time, go do whatever you want to do, you know. Don't be afraid to try things. This is the reason why I ended up with this. I was just like, yeah, go, do it, you know. And then get the bag. You'll absolutely stand out.
Yeah, and I love everything that you showed us this morning. Thank you so much,
Thank you so much, Pia.
There you have it. For those of you who have great concerns for the environment and still want to be fashionable, now you have an option. Do get the bags here from More.